from your point of view, did you have any experience around doing a research for schools or taking the results of your research for decision makers outside your university or institute?
You're absolutely right. We do have this divide. It's a very clear divide between higher ed and K to 12. And research, it's either in K to 12 or in higher ed. There is no combined research. There is no I haven't personally done any duplication of the same paper in higher ed and K to 12. I've either done the research in K to 12 alone or in in higher ed alone. And I understand your point, because we're talking about something that most people believe is going to fix education. AI is not going to fix education. When we're talking about education, we are including everything, right? So a lot of people are thinking, like those who champion AI, that this is going to fix education. This is not true. It's not going to fix it. Actually, if it is not a magic solution, what there is actually is a risk of uncritical adoption, because a lot of people are going to use it without understanding, how it works, and without understanding the data. And there isn't also enough research, as we're saying. And this all goes back, we keep going around, it goes back to policy, to kind of follow up on what Inas was talking about earlier, that, like all the students everywhere should have the chance to have, for equity in education, right? Interestingly, a report that came out of UNESCO last year said that as of now, only 10% of education policies globally include guidance on ethical AI use. So there is a big gap. So when we talk about, SDG 4 and how important it is, what people are talking about and what the theories are is completely different, and on what's happening, what's on the ground, what's happening in the classrooms. We are at a very critical time. We need to make sure that the equity is happening. And equity doesn't mean everybody has access to ChatGPT or to AI devices, or, equity means understanding who needs more support, whether it's the students, whether it's the faculty. And I go back to what Fahd was saying. Absolutely, it starts with the teachers, because they're the ones in the classroom. Okay, but also the leaders need to understand how important this is, so that they do provide that upskilling for their teachers and for their staff. We need to make sure nobody's left out of the AI-powered decisions. So I think in this stage, we need to have a kind of like a shared leadership between, the leadership, the faculty, and even the students and the parents. The parents count a lot. Nobody's talking about the parents, huh? Everybody's just talking about the leaders, but the parents are a very big part, the community, and every school leader knows this. And I think, Amir would agree, and Inas would agree, that your community, the parents, you need their support for this. If you decide as a school, K to 12, to run these initiatives, and the parents disagree, those initiatives are not going to go. And so that's why there's this big difference between higher ed and K to 12. I don't think they can, I don't think that we can bridge that divide, but we can implement this, because we're at the early stages, because they use AI differently. We can implement the same policies in both, I think.
Thank you, Dr. Zeina. Definitely. My next question was about the parents, to be honest, because we cannot think about all of this ecosystem without putting parents in the picture, even students, even everyone who works in the subject. Because, to be honest, AI is in the hands of everyone, and there is a lot of misconceptions about how we use it. And as academics, as researchers, as educators, we do have big responsibility here, shared here.